My name is Melissa. I'm the founder of UK Education Garden. I'm so pleased that everyone is here today. And I would like to quickly share with you a story where I met one of my students' parents in Beijing a few months ago. And I asked her, how come you look 5 years younger? And she told me that she has been practicing Bigu for a number of terms. And she literally a few years ago, she was very, very sick in Cambridge, and her son was studying at the Lee School. She was very sick, and I went to Edinburgh with her a number of times, and also went to London Hospital with her at Portland. She's now look much younger, a lot more healthier. So I'm really pleased that I found out the secret. The secret is Bigu. Today, it's my honor to introduce Mr. Xie Yufeng. Actually, he got a lot of titles. Let's call him Dr. Xie Yufeng. Dr. Xie has been the founder of Yufeng Bigu, and he is also a very distinguished academic in China. He's also have a psychology PhD degree as well. Dr. Xie, hello, welcome.
Hello, let's see you.
Good to good to see you. Let me see. Dr. Xie, would you like to tell us more about Bigu?
Yeah, sure. Bigu is a traditional Chinese practitioner ways
Mm-hmm.
inherited from the Taoism, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a very traditional and specialized way for the people get healthy status, but using a way that people are not so familiar with. But we have heard about fasting. And the fasting in the Western society, the people know that is to listen and also cut off a period of time of the food or the grains. But Bigu is big different with the fasting is not only they shut down the food channels, but also they will open another channel of the energy. It is because it is the qi. So during the Bigu sessions, the teacher will teach the students how to practice the kung fu or the martial art, and then they can open another secret channel for the energy. And if this is with learned, the people will not feel hungry. So it is very easier for the people to realize their goals, such as the weight loss or cure their chronic disease or other illness. So these are very simple principles, but I will share some detail about the Bigu principle later. So would you please, Melissa, are there any questions and so
There are
on?
lots of questions. There are lots of questions from many people who are here in the UK, and not many of them know what Bigu is. So we're so pleased to have you in China right now doing live with us, which is fantastic opportunity to understand more about Bigu. Can you share with us what's the original where's Bigu coming from? Where's the
Okay,
origin of it?
okay. I have prepared some a brief introduction. I was in the
Mhm.
way of the points. I will share this in five paragraphs. The definition and history, and the difference
Yeah,
between the
that would be
life.
great.
Yeah,
Before you share, let's see where are the audience come from. If you could type in your name and you can type in where you're from. For example, Dr. Chi is from China, and for me, I'm here in England. For other audience, let me know where you're from. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, you can also type in our YouTube channel and our LinkedIn and also our Facebook. Yeah, Dr. C, you can continue while we are waiting for the others.
okay. So I shared the slide on slide 6, and here there's a brief definition about equal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually called embracing or used ear to replace food. And it is
Mm-hmm.
also from Taoism, as it which is ancient Chinese history. So there is also another means we may not so familiar. It is called the inertia. The Latin, you can see the fasting or the breathing reason. It is a belief that it's possible for a person to live without consuming food. Breathing rain, climate, food, and in some cases water, are not necessary for survival, and that humans can be sustained solely by prana. That is also called by qi from China. That is a vital life force in Hinduism. So let's talk about the history of Bigu in China. And you can see a lot of record and from the documentations in Chinese history. And it has been founded in many ancient famous areas and in the books. Over 1,000 years, China ancient wisdom already has clearly stating the benefits of the Bigu. And you can see the book that is the history record. Also, this is Ma Wangdui from the Changsha city, was discovered in 1970s. There are some books was developed inside these tombs, and this happened 2,000 years ago. So the next slide, we telling the difference between the fasting and bigu. We heard about
Mm,
fasting, and the fasting is only cutting off the food channel. So this is normally the people know fasting, but for the bigu, it's much different because during the bigu sessions, we should open another secret channel. We call it is qi. So this is uh, why we spend 5 days bigu sessions because we hope with the help of the 5 days we will teach the students learning this kung fu and practice the standing meditation, the sitting meditation, and so on, so as the energy channels be uh, cutting through all the set up, so as the people feel the new energy channels set up, then the students will not feel hungry. So this is very important for this. A large number of clinical and experimental studies have confirmed that people can prolong life and prevent various chronic disease and becoming a low-cost and low-risk approach to preventing chronic non-communicable disease. Also, Bigu has unique advantage compared to other such as fasting and
mhm,
energy. So this is a brief forms that I compare with the Ramadan and light fasting, fasting and the medicated bigu, and also the pure bigu is toning the food way, such as in the Ramadan, in the daytime there's no food, but in the nighttime they can have, and the light fasting is limited the take for food, and fasting is the strictly controlled intake. But the bigu, there's no food at all.
mhm.
They will practice the kung fu. So this is a big difference for the bigu versus the other ways.
Mm.
The,
But many
right.
people would like to know, is Bigu quite risky? Because you're not eating for 5 days.
Yeah. This is common questions for the people
Mm,
who has come into the positions. Actually, the bigu shows the way is not eating the food, but actually it's
mm,
changing the channels from the food channel to the another energy channels. So it's have totally no risk for the peoples because they can intake the energies using another channels. This is the qi or the prana channels. So there's no risk, and we have held more than 261 sessions of the Bigo, and it is over 7,000 to 8,000 or even to 10,000 people join our Bigo, and there never happened for any risk for the people during the Bigu sessions. So please be trust of the what we have hold in the past tense.
Mm-hmm.
So this is,
And
uh,
you so far
yeah.
you've taught how many people, Dr. C? Can you share with us?
Uh, yeah, we have
200
more than
classes?
7,000 to 8,000 people joined our Bigu sessions, Bigu
Mm-hmm.
courses, because we have held 261 Bigu courses during the past 13 years, all over China, for more than 20 provinces and 40 cities. We have held these courses and covered the oldest people is 88 years old, and the youngest people is 3 years and 8 months. So there's no risk at all.
Mm-hmm. I see. And is there any age limit to John Bigu?
No limit actually. If the peoples they can walk and they can think and they have desires and they can sitting and they can standing in the Bigo courses. Uh, they can get into the Bigo sessions. This is the magic thought. This is magic from the Bigo, because during the Bigo sessions we can help the peoples recovers and comes to be energetic than they comes in before.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of problem can people solve with Bigu?
Yeah, there's a lot of problems the people can solve. The
Mm-hmm.
first one is a lot of peoples are in the desire to lower their weight. There are many overweight people and also obesity problems. During the people, people can easily getting down, get the weight down, such as 5 kilograms, 6 kilograms, or 7 kilograms during 5 days or 7 days people sessions. So you can easily realize your goals to for the slimming and
Mm.
getting good shape or getting down your obesity.
By the way, Dr. C, do you have the English version? I notice you got the Chinese now, but we got a lot of British audience. It would be good to have the English version.
Yeah, yes, I can switch
Hmm.
to the
Thank you.
other slide.
Hmm.
So in this slide will show the people. Human life is an energy body, and human activities, which they have three channels. The primary energy from the grains, food, proteins, etc. And intermediate energy is respiration, air, lungs, and other channels. And also the advanced energy we call that is the qi or the prana. So uh, the next slide is showing the food channel has been closed and during the Bigu sessions. The energy stored in the body is sufficient to be used for a period of time. And through the learning techniques or the Kung Fu, the other two channels will be opened during the Bigu. And the principles behind is the food we usually eat initially grows from the tiny seeds. So what do they absorb and grow? In fact, they absorb sunlight, air, moisture, and so on, and growing from the small seed into the large plant. And animals eating plants and humans eating plants and animals, and actually converting the ATP stored in the bodies of plants and animals that we absorb into our own use. So, Bigu refers to the ability of the body to shut down the acquired energy and switch to a direct conversion of the energy from the air and from the universe. So this slide is very important. and it is a secret that we for the Taoisms doing. The normal person they using the food channels to eat. So there's also the problems happen. That's once they eat a lot and they accumulate into the body, and then the persons are getting overweight, and also the waste and toxins accumulate in the body, then change to the illness, such as in our heart and in our brains and in our lungs, in our spleen, in our kidneys, and so on. And with years comes the accumulations, the more the accumulations happen in our whole body, and then the serious problems we have. This is what we see in hospitals, and the people go to the doctor for the hospital visit. So this is the reasons. So during the Bigu sessions, we will stop or shut down the food channel, but in the Bigu courses, the teacher or the master will teach the students starting another magic channel. That is called the prana channel or the qi channels. So with the more and more practice, the people can switching from the food channel to the other energy channels, or the qi channels, or the prana channels. Also, we are using the breath the way, getting the energies from the mouth and the breast. Also, we can open the meridians, and then the people can intake the energies from their bodies. So this slide is very important. That's telling us the secret and the reasons why Bigu can help the people stop the food channel and then realize serious consequences such as the weight loss and illness cureness, and then also they can prevent any illness happens in the future. So please remember this slide and slide 33. This is a top secret for the Taoisms, for the people. Courses happen for the people joining the classes, and the more practice we do in the class, and the more familiar for us to know, and we will feel less hungry, and with more and more practice you feel zero hungry. Also in
You don't
the
feel
17th,
hungry, you mean?
yeah, you don't feel
You
hungry.
don't feel,
Yeah,
even
you
after
don't feel.
5 days.
Yeah, 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, 33 days or more, and you don't feel hungry because
Wow,
you.
that's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, yes. This is not so many people try, because on the one hand is the people's hungry. Another on the other hand is the people's feel eager. They want to taste any uh, food they usually knows. So this is the difficulties for why the people they cannot enter into the Bigu status, because they are uh, endured by the food, so they cannot practice this way. But actually,
Mm.
all people can do that. So this is because of the greedy. So one hand is the people feel hungry, another hand is the people greedy for the delicious food. But during the Bigu sessions, we set up a channel, we set up a field, and we set up the class, and we help the people to switch from the eating status to Bigu status. So then the people will not feel hungry, and then they can
Mm.
easily download, realize the weight loss, and so on. It is a very interesting and very important. So I want
It's
everybody.
amazing to know. Yeah, Dr. C, it's amazing to know that people won't feel hungry even after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days because of the way you teach. And I noticed that we have a lot of Bigu classes in different parts of the world. And what's the difference between your classes and other people's Bigu class?
Yeah, there are a lot of
What's the main difference?
so-called, yeah, there's a lot of so-called fasting class or the Bigu class,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
actually not many of them are true Bigu class because they are using some replacement food such as the sugar water, the honey water, and the
Mm-hmm.
fruit, and also
Mm-hmm.
some people are eating a little bit during the Bigu sessions. And I don't think it's a true essence of the Bigu class what telling the people to do. So this is one big difference. Is our Bigu class is a pure Taoism inherited Bigu class. We are telling the people not eat anything. The reason is if the people cannot close their food channels, they cannot open their qi channels. So this is the reason behind. And on the
Mm-hmm.
other hand, is we are telling the peoples to practice kung fu. The kung fu is very important. And then once they doing the exercises and play the kung fu, they with the help of the standing meditation, sitting meditation, and the strong field, and then the people will not feel any lack of the energy status. And also, we will tuning the students the different level principles about people on the system level, on the organization level, on the organs level, on the sales level, on the prana level, on the emotion level, also on the understanding level. So we're tuning the people the deep principles behind the people, and also we are tuning the classic series about Chinese history. We are tuning into cases with what we have achieved during the past 13 years. And we also tuning the total solutions of the how people solve their illness and how to solve their problems in in general. So the students will learn a lot during the 5 days or 7 days equal courses, and then they can have the confidence afterwards. And with the help of the confidence, then they can gradually solve their problems step by step, and then the mastering techniques the rest of their life. They can easily realize their goals for the weight loss and also to prevent any illness that happens. This is big, the, the major difference between the all big sessions compared versus the others.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Dr. C. How about during the Bigu course? What kind of changes the body will experience?
Well, you can see the people's who is eating the food, they intake about 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and they get continuous supplies from the food. But during the Bigu sessions, within the 24 hours or the 48 hours, because there is no food supplies for the bodies, then the bodies will automatically consume the sugars which stored in their liver and stored in their blood. And after
Mm-hmm.
comes up all the sugars in the liver and in their blood, and then the body will start to consume and digest their fat. The fat under the skin and also the fat inside organs, inside their heart, inside their lungs, and inside their pancreas and spleens. We call that it's a visceral fat. It is very dangerous for the visceral fat inside the bodies because it causes what we call the problems of illness, like the hypertension, diabetes, and also some the tumors and cancers are all caused by those visceral fat. After the 40 hours, and the body will automatically uh, take the autolysis, and then the fat will be burned uh, inside our body. And within the process of the burn, and our body will be cleaned, and the toxins and the waste will be digested. And then the problems, the cause reasons of our bodies will be dissolved and resolved, and then our body restored to a good status. So this is very important, and also in the about 70 hours, within the 70 hours, the stem cells will be automatically produced. And stem cells is very important for our body to help to, it can change to anything, any cells our bodies want. This can help to repair and healing the illness of our body. So this is what we have done. Our body can automatically done during the Bigu sessions. Also, it can help starting the autophagy. The autophagy is is the terms that describe what happened into the cell. The autophagy means our cells will automatically wrap up any waste or any damaged proteins inside our cell and will send it to our lysosome. The lysosome, like the stomach in our cells, and all those waste will be dissolved in the lysosome and then put it into the basic format in our body. So uh, during the autophagy, the cells can repair themselves. This is very important. So this is what happens during the Bigu sessions, and afterwards, such as the 72 hours, and also the 108 and 8 hours. That's a 5 days process. The people's body will be getting clean and clean. So our problems could be solved step by step.
And how
Well,
can people overcome their fear by not eating 5 days? Because for a lot of them, they eat three times a day.
the first thing
How can
is
they overcome the fear?
the people should have a faith or a trust. The trust should be relied on either on trust on me or the trust on the Chinese history, because it's not
The trust.
kind of birth. And on the other hand, it is not the first attempts. It happened about 2,000 years and 3,000 years, or even the 4,000 years ago. And in Chinese history, the peoples will have tested this way. Well, we have held 260 classes of the Bigu, and more than 7,000 and 8,000 people joining, and there's no risk at all. So you have to trust, and then you can try. That means if you feel not so good, you can quit sessions. There's no strict observations of you stick to this way, because you cannot consist for the 5 days. But if you can try the first day and the second day and the third day and the first day and the fifth day, you will find it's so simple, because everything of your body, of your brain, can can working properly. There is no risk at all. So this is 2 points I want to tell in the people. So the first thing is trust, and the second thing is try. So after trying, you find your your initial capabilities. So this is with a help practice, then you can find your potential.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
dear Professor.
And then, um, Dr. C, what changes the body will experience during Bigu? The
During
body.
the first day, uh, on the in the lunch time or the dinner time, you probably will feel a little bit hungry. Some people, but many people don't feel that. And the second day and the third day, it might be a little bit critical for the fresh student, and they will
Mm-hmm.
feel dizzy, or their legs feel a little bit soft, with not it's a very firm stand support, compared with previous time. But after the second day and the third day, especially in the fourth day, and then their body will change, and because they can switching to the new channels, and little bit gradually, maybe 10% from the Qi channel or 20% from the Qi channel, and then they will not feel problems compared to the 2 or 3 days before. So they will know their inner side of the body knows they can stand, or they can insist till the end of the sessions. So this is possibly happen for some people. But normally people, if they can complete the 5 days, they find that the switching to a status might be just like the first day, or even better than the first day. As it's very popular to the peoples in the Bigu session.
Professor,
Um,
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
yes,
Can you hear me?
yes, we can
Yes.
hear you, Dr. Long. Yeah.
Okay. What's the difference between Bigu and fasting?
Well, a good question. I also mentioned these questions in the initial period of
In the beginning.
this
Yeah.
video, and you can
Oh, okay.
see the recording
Okay, I
about
can
this.
review it. Okay, then.
You can review that. The Bigu
Okay,
open
thank
another
you.
channel, and fasting only consumes your storage energy. This is a big difference between Bigu and fasting. So during the Bigu, we will practice the Kung Fu, and we will open another Qi channels. Then you can getting constantly supply to the energy from the air and from the universe, and then you don't feel any hungry, and then you can uh, realize your many goals you want to go.
Thank you, Dr. C. We're really live for 33 minutes now. We're coming to the end very soon. Any questions from our YouTube channel, Facebook, and LinkedIn, feel free to tap in. Or next Sunday at the same time at 3 p.m. UK time, we will have Dr. C coming to join us to answer all the questions as well. Um, Last but not least, Dr. C, I would like to ask you to share some of the funny experience during the Bigu course. Do you have any happy experience or some very funny moments that you could share with us?
If you see the funny, the most funny thing is
Or
some
happy
people,
moments?
yeah, when the people comes, especially the first time students, they full of the anxiety, or their fear of the Bigu, and after 5 days completions, they find a very magic way for the peoples. They can become young. Normally, uh, if you join the Bigu sessions for 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, normally the people will be 5 years old, 7 years old, or even 10 years or 15 years old, even 15 years young. Then they comes compared to they join the Bigu sessions before. So this is a very happy things for many people who join the Bigu sessions. Another thing is many people, they feel very difficult to getting their weight loss, and they are increasing weight year by year, time after time. And after they knowing these techniques, or they know the secret of the people, they can very easily to control their weight and realize the goals the freedom eat and the freedom control their weight. That's the two things I can telling you the happy times for the people who have joined the Bigu.
Mm. Fantastic. Our next session of Q&A will be next Sunday, 3 p.m. again. Feel free to drop any questions you have. And today we're so pleased to have Dr. C answering all the questions. We also have some audience. How do I register for the course? You can register on our UK Education Garden website, which we will put at the on all the comments page so that you could see it. And how long is the course here in Cambridge? It's a 5 day course. It's a 5 day course. And Dr. C will be flying from Beijing to the UK, Cambridge, to help us to deliver the whole course. Dr. G has mentioned that the difference between fasting and Bigu is there's a massive difference. Basically, you don't feel hungry at all, even for 5 days or for 10 days, right? Because the channel of qi will open by the teaching of Dr. Shi, and then you will just enjoy the experience. You will feel much lighter. That's what I've heard from a lot of parents as well. Thank you so much for today, and I look forward to catching up with all of you next Sunday at 3 p.m. UK time, 10 p.m. Beijing time. Thank you. See you next time. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye. Thank you, Professor.